Shalom, shalom, Israel. First and foremost, I want to give all honor, glory, and praises unto YAHAWAH BaHashem, YAHAWASHI BaHashem, Rakwadash. Double honors to the elders and apostles, great millstone, Shalom to my Akim, who are diligently waiting to be delivered from this final captivity, as well as the speckled bird that may look like the other nations but are actually Yasharala. This is Brother Kabaka coming at you with another lesson. Today's lesson, I had seen this video, and it's so convenient that now it's not showing. Okay, let's I wasn't gonna let the video play, but let's let the video play a little bit. Perfect example. This is just one out of all the a lot of examples, but some of the other examples were just that these guys were letting their fucking dog, they were eating. There was this one mother that was taking food from her spoon, feeding it to the dog, and then taking food from her spoon, feeding it to their baby. And then another dude, he used a fork, picked up meat, gave it to the dog first, then he ate right after. And you saw that woman letting the dogs lick from the ice cream while she just went and go, this is so delicious and so like what the fuck is going on here? Alright, so let's get this. Anyway,
this discourse talking about how white people don't know how to wash themselves is really fascinating to me, and so I want to share my experience about how I actually learned how to wash and what it looked like in my white supremacist Mormon household growing up. Now, I always had washcloths available to me. They were always under the sink. It wasn't really enforced or taught. It was always in the bathtub. And it seemed like there was just kind of like one in there, and then we'd change it every week. I was never touching it. I don't.
Right quick, I also want to say, I don't know if you remember, but there was that one time where there was those rich white devils talking shit, saying like, if you own a washcloth, you're poor. And I'm not gonna lie, sure, yeah, I'm poor. Yeah, sure, I'm poor, and I guess that is a true statement, because I definitely use a washcloth to wash my body. Because the thing about, I'm not even gonna go into, I don't want to go into the whole like science of this, because that's not what this video is about. But just generally, it's baffling to me how you got this that not this woman, but this red devil that was talking shit, saying you're poor if you have a washcloth, when a lot of what they were saying in other videos was that they just don't wash their bodies at all. Like, they just go in the shower and then let the water hit you. They say, oh, the water washes me and stuff like that. They don't use soap, or they don't spread their ass cheeks to wipe inside their ass. They just let the thing say, oh, the water just gets in it and cleans it up and stuff like that. That shit is nasty. And again, I'm not trying to Slakia that I am going so like detailed and shit like that, because that's not even my goal. But I'm over here just listening. I'm hearing all these different things, and it's kind of funny to me how people can be so disgusting. All right, but let's continue on.
I don't know if my siblings were touching it. I know when we were younger, we'd play with it in the tub, but when it comes to washing, the grossest thing that still grosses me out to this day thinking about it is how we would share bathwater. I had 4 siblings. We'd all share bathwater. When we were younger, it was either like 2 and 2 would go, or like after we'd each go in the last person's bathwater. The grossest thing was my older sister. We're 22 months apart. She sometimes would shower with my younger sister. And when she was like 9 or...
what she's trying to say, like, she filled the bathtub, which, by the way, bathing I think is nasty. I don't think I've ever, when I was a kid, maybe I think once or twice, and then like never again. But outside of that, my traditional thing, I only shower. So yeah, just that's just a thing where showering, with showering, you are cleaning your thing. And I think the stuff about bathing, it's supposed to be kind of like, I don't know if you know about those Japanese hot springs. I think that's basically what bathing is supposed to be. But even then, when it comes to bathing, what you're supposed to do, which is what the Japanese do, they wash themselves first. They say you're not allowed to get into the hot spring until you wash everything. You have to wash everywhere extremely well. Wash your ass, wash your everything. Like, you have to be squeaky fucking clean before you're allowed to get in there, because you're going to dirty the thing for everyone, dirty the water for everyone else. So that's basically the thing, and that's basically how bathing is supposed to work. But because, again, this society, Babylon in general, doesn't have that clean mindset, or whatever the fuck you want to call it, they're just some nasty ass niggas that just sit in dirty ass water and think that shit is cleaning them.
10 years old, our youngest sister came to us and told us that, hey, there's yellow stuff in the bathwater. And my older sister tooted. And we're like, what? We ended up getting out of my older sister that she was peeing in the bathwater. Now, mind you, me and her are 22 months apart. We shared bathwater my entire childhood. I always thought we were clean until 2005 when I moved to Atlanta. White people don't talk about cleanliness. White people don't talk about cleaning themselves. White people don't talk about lotion. White people don't talk about their hair nearly to the scale that the black community does. I went there and I was dumbfounded by how much they held each other.
I'm not gonna lie. I'm just gonna say, Slocky, I keep on stopping it. I don't normally do this, obviously, but I just want to say, like, I don't talk about it, but I do, like, well, yeah, actually I do talk about it. Like, I remember having conversations like, oh yeah, this is what you use this, then a third, you use conditioner, shampoo, fucking do this X, Y, and Z to clean yourself and stuff like that. Like, I definitely do all that stuff. So it's baffling to me. It's kind of funny to me that, and that's actually the thing about it, where for me, I am living through the assumption that this is just the norm, this is what everyone does. But then when I'm over here seeing what other people are saying, maybe not doing, but what the other people are saying, then it's like, well, what the fuck? You don't wash your ass, you don't do this and a third, all right? Which even then, when it comes to like using the bathroom, I had to learn from non-white people. When you after you use the bathroom, after you do number 2 more specifically, you need to wash your ass with water. Like, you don't just use toilet paper. That dry ass shit's not gonna do shit or whatever. And even then, they also, it's not just water, because water is an option, but there's flushable wipes, all right, that you can buy at the store, where you wipe yourself and then you can just dump it in the thing, because it has to have some moisture on it to make sure that shit is clean. That's the type of shit that you need, because it's not just toilet paper is not enough. All right, like that's dirty, and shit stays lingering in your ass if you don't clean it properly. All right, and again, like, I don't even know why. Like, this is so crazy that I'm doing this whole fucking sanitation ass lesson. Like, wash your ass.
Accountable to their appearances. Nails, hair, everything pristine, all
and Slocky, no, because I'm gonna say this shit. All right, no, forget it. Never mind.
Time. And my mom, I felt like, was very much like that growing up. But it felt like this was like up like 10 notches. So that's kind of where I learned most of the things you should be doing, like moisturizing after you shower. I learned that in Atlanta.
How often do you change your socks?
Like maybe twice a week.
Not enough.
Oh,
Not enough.
why?
Sometimes I just forget. When I go to bed with socks on, I can't sleep without socks, and then sometimes I'm wearing them for 2.
That is irrelevant ass information. Like you didn't, like when he said, "Wait, look, listen." When if this nigga is saying, I need to keep my socks on, that he's basically implying that he does not take a shower. Because if you're taking a shower regularly, then why don't you just get some new fucking socks? Like, oh, you dump the thing after you shower, you put your stuff, like, and again, like, this is the type of stuff that's in my mind, and it just works. It's just natural to me that, okay, yeah, as soon as you take a shower, you don't put the same dirty ass clothes back on. But apparently the thing about people is that, okay, well, after they shower, they put the same clothes back on and say, oh, it still smells good, it's this, that, and the third, it's X, Y, and Z or whatever. And or better yet, they just don't even shower at all. They just don't shower. They take 2 weeks to fucking shower or some shit like that. Like, what the hell? All right.
Hygiene is cultural. Because what do you mean you wear socks for 2 days? Because sometimes you fall asleep in them and you just keep them on. Meaning you don't shower when you wake up. And for everybody that's offended when I make these videos, hygiene is different.
I'm gonna let him talk, and then let's get back to the lesson.
Based on culture and based on background. That's just life. Hygiene is different everywhere in the world. But no matter what people do, it's only a certain group of people that come online with their full chests and tell us how they don't wash.
I've had a couple of guys tell me they only use soap on the upper part of their bodies because the water washes down, so there's no need to wash your legs or feet. Do you wash your legs?
Yes.
How often?
Every time I have a shower. Notice I didn't say every day.
That's not funny. That's you're. I mean, it's funny to laugh at you, but it's not funny that you are admitting that. Okay, whatever. Anyway, let's get into the lesson. So let's start off with this. Hebrews chapter 12, verse 16. Lest there be any fornicator or profane person as Esau, who for one morsel of meat sold his birthright. And this is the thing here where Esau is the most profane person. And I'm not gonna lie, I do not like Middle Eastern people. Well, they are sometimes, but I don't like Middle Eastern. I don't like any of these heathens. Most heathens, I'll say. But I will say that these Middle Eastern people, Ishmaelites, they know what they're doing when it comes to some of the general stuff, like what was I gonna say? I forgot what I was about to say. Shit. Okay, anyway, I think it was what was it? Well, one thing I can say that I do remember is that when it comes to their praying, they literally have a praying etiquette, like in Islam, is that you have to wash yourself, you have to clean up before you pray, and that's basically either the standard and stuff like that, where like you are, disrespecting it in their God or whatever if you don't wash up before praying, and because you have to make yourself presentable and stuff like that. So that's something that is just ingrained in their culture for them to do. Another thing is I believe it was China. I think the Chinese were saying that these niggas stank, and they didn't want to trade with them, or they were saying that we didn't want to associate with them or something like that. This was way back when, prior to the foundation of America and stuff like that, where, and don't quote me on that because I don't remember the exact thing, but I do remember hearing that some Asian nation was saying that. And then, all that whole, we civilized you, black people, we civilized this, we did that, this and the third, X, Y, and Z, we gave you technology, X, Y, and Z. But the funny thing about that is that the Native Americans taught them how to clean themselves because they smelled like fucking, I was about to say something really nasty. and but funny. But yeah, you get the point where they smell like the other end of. Again, I was about to say something really nasty, but I stopped myself. But yeah, that was basically the thing where they are not that they're not that clean. Alright. Anyway, continuing on, Isaiah 32 verse 5: the vile person shall be no more called liberal, nor the churl said to be bountiful. And this is the thing here where the vile person, Esau being the vile person, and he is this his nation, his people, they are generally called that liberal thing, which that's what they are pushing on the world, which is what's it called? What's that thing called? The alphabetism, the alphabet belief and stuff like that. That's what's pushed upon in the world, and as a result of that, that is what they, that's that liberal mindset that they try to push on everyone, and it is vile. It is vile, all right, as we see how vile and wicked that they are, all right. Now, the next thing about this is that Zechariah chapter 1 verse 15: and I am very sore displeased with the heathen that are at ease, for I was but a little displeased, and they helped forward the affliction. And this is the thing here where when it comes to like judgment and evil, Esau, he just cannot stick to something that's just plain and simple. He gets creative, and that's a thing. I mean, let's get that precept as well. Why? And I bet that this is not gonna pop up. Oh, never mind. Call him LAWAYA. Jeremiah chapter 4 verse 22: for my people is foolish, they have not known me, they are Sarah's children, and they have none understanding. They are wise to do evil, but to do good they have no knowledge. And the thing here is that Esau is wise to do evil. Esau is wise to push wickedness, wise to try to forward vile like disgusting filth and stuff like that. And that's the thing that we really have to kind of be aware of and watch, because Esau, which identifies who Esau really is. Because think about it like this: you just enslave people, you make them do all this stuff, but instead of just enslaving them, he takes it a step further and he wants to humiliate them through buck breaking. I don't know if you've ever heard of the term mother effer. All right, what that actually is just a son. And put the term together to understand what it basically means. And that's how evil that Esau is. He forces these like evil and vile, like unnecessarily extra and disgusting things. It's genuinely like, it's like, it just makes you think like, what the fuck are you doing? Like, what is this? Why are you doing that? All right, like that's how just crazy it is, where it's just like he just went above and beyond. And then not only is he going above and beyond, he's getting creative. It's like, who thinks of this type of shit? Who thinks that, oh, you know what? They need more. We're not done. We're gonna push envelope even more. And then this is the end result of it. Like, what the hell are we doing? Deuteronomy chapter 7 verse 6: for thou art an holy people unto the Lord thy power. The Lord thy power hath chosen thee to be a special people unto himself above all people that are upon the face of the earth. All right, so this is another thing where that's another thing where we as Israelites, it's baffling to me and it's kind of funny to me how we as Israelites, we were in captivity. We were under these disgusting ass vile people, but yet the Lord still had the decency to put reason in our minds to think that, okay, well, wash your ass, clean yourself. You don't have to think like these nasty ass oppressors and stuff like that. Which I'm not gonna lie, that's pretty insane. It's pretty baffling. All right, and I'm not gonna lie. Again, this is what I was gonna say before. I find it funny how I don't know if you've ever experienced this before, but I've had an experience where I've seen, Edomite women be like, "Oh, ew, don't touch me," and all this stuff like that, or intentionally avoid touching my hand. This is any type of physical contact with me, where they don't want to touch the same thing that I touch, or they avoid me or whatever, and they make it known that, ew, I think you're dirty and stuff like that. And the irony in that is that ever since I was a kid, I shit you not, ever since I was a kid, I've always like washed my hands like religiously. All right, like I wash my hands all the time. And when I was a kid, I don't know what age, 6 or something like that, but when I was a kid, and I was going to school, all the boys were saying, "Oh yeah, I got pink eye. Everyone gets pink eye once in a while," or some shit like that. X, Y, and Z. Like, yeah, this boy got pink eye. This boy got pink eye. X, Y, and Z. Like, oh, it's gonna be your turn soon, Kawakab. X, Y, and Z. And I was like, oh man, I'm gonna get it. And then, like, as time went on, I literally never got it. I genuinely never got it. I shit you the fuck not. I did not get it. And the reason why was because I was washing my hands and I wasn't touching my fucking eye and infecting myself with filth. All right, because the thing is, like, when I was a kid, was my mother would always tell me, "Don't fucking touch this shit, you dumb fuck." Because obviously, Slock it, that's a lie. That was a lie. But don't touch this shit. She basically said, "Don't touch this. This is nasty. Go wash your hands." X, Y, and Z. And we would just she would just basically tell me about germs and stuff like that. And then as a result of that, I kind of want to say I became a germaphobe, but she did kind of tell me the balance in, okay, well, no, you don't need to wash your hands every like 2 seconds or every time you touch something, because you're gonna develop that germaphobe thing, which is going to fuck up with your mind and stuff like that. So then I thought, okay, so basically every time I go to the bathroom, I wash my hands, but I don't necessarily like wash my hands all the time. I don't know how, but for some reason I developed a good balance in understanding that, yeah, you need to wash your hands and stuff like that, but at the same time, you don't always have to be afraid of germs and stuff like that. Understand what is, this is kind of dirty, this is kind of disgusting and stuff like that. You can wash your hands. And even in my adolescence, what would happen was that I was actually kind of known as the person that always looks for an excuse to wash his hands. But at the same time, I will say that during that time, I did kind of learn about hand sanitizer. And me personally, and I was watching the other kids, using hand sanitizer a lot, but I was like, nah, I'm not going to use that really. I did use it a little bit, but ultimately, for the most part, I was like, nah, I'm going to go stick to wash my hands in the thing, because they were saying that hand sanitizer kills the fucking good germs as well. You need some of the bacteria in your hands. So I was like, okay, well, if hand sanitizer is too strong, then I'm just going to go to the bathroom. And I would always say, "Teacher, can I go to the bathroom? Teacher, can I go to the bathroom?" Either to actually use the bathroom, or, man, I need to go wash my hands and stuff like that. And that was basically where I would be in the bathroom a lot to primarily wash my hands. Like, that was one of the big things where I wash my hands so much. And again, I'm telling you this not to like say, "Oh, I'm just clean person," and stuff like that, but I just find it so ironic how I grew up with this mental thing in my mind that, okay, well, Edomite people don't want to touch my hands. And then now, as I'm learning, I forgot what year, but I learned it like a few years back or something like that. I don't remember, maybe more. But I learned a few years back that the Edomites are way more disgusting than me, and I'm over here trying to appease their cleanliness standards, but they don't even follow their own cleanliness standards. So I'm over here with actually clean hands, cleaner hands than most people around, and then these people are acting as if I'm the dirty one. All right, like that's how baffling it is to me that I actually have clean hands. I wash my hands and shit like that, and then I'm looked at as some nasty ass nigga and stuff like that. Like it's kind of funny to me. Anyway, yeah, I pray the system was edifying. I want to give, well, yeah, that's basically the main thing. But yeah, going back before I end it off, it's not just to glaze me, but it's also a big thing where I don't think that Jake is really known for getting that type of stuff. I think, oh no, hold on, there was this one woman, there's this one Edomite woman that I think she's married to a Jake, and she basically said, okay, well, there was a lice infection at the school. Like there was kids getting lice and shit, and she said, oh no, ew, that's disgusting. But her kid, who is half black or whatever, doesn't have lice, but the other white kids, they do have lice. So that was basically the thing where all the black kids, the so-called black kids, did not have lice, but the white kids did have lice because they were the dirty ones. And that's the thing that keeps on, like kind of proving how much more things are where we shampoo, we use all these different things, we make sure to take care of our hygiene, but yet we're called the dirty ones, we're this, we're that, we're whatever and stuff like that. Again, it's just funny to me because like how are you pushing out this thing? All right, and there was some statistics or whatever. I wish there was some statistics in here, but there was some statistics or whatever that was talking about how so-called white people are more likely. I do not want to see that. I'm dead ass. This man is eating raw fucking chicken. All right, let's go. Let's see what this is. 50 ill. This is nasty.
I will. I'm gonna get rid of it. I'm gonna get rid of it. Give me the fucking phone. I will get rid of it. Hey.
This nigga's fucking ass is out.
Hey. This is weird as fuck. What the fuck, bro? Yeah. How good is it? How good is it? I swear. You got it down your right, bro? Yeah, I got you, bro. I got you.
Yeah, okay, so yeah, you see what's going on. Like, this is the weirdness, the baffling, disgusting cave dweller mentality. This is Esau Edom. This is what he does. It's like, and again, like, it's like the pot calling the kettle black, as they say, where they're pointing the fingers at us, but there's three fingers that's pointing right back at him, right back at himself, where they have all 1,000 different things to say, to complain about us. But look at what is actually, look at this shit. Okay, no, I can't watch this. I'm gonna fucking throw up. I'm gonna throw up. But yeah, you get the point. All right.
Big day, or if I've worked out, like
yeah, we were talking about it the other day. Washko.
Now, when I was back in France, I would shower maybe once a month. That's quite normal then.
Oh, excuse me. Hello.
there, but when I moved to the UK, I saw that people showered way more often. So now I shower maybe once a week, only if I've had like a big day or if I've worked out. Like
Yeah, we were talking about it the other day. Washcloth. What no washcloth. Washcloth.
Oh no,
I think it's
it's just different.
all hands, huh? All hands on.
I do, because when you shave your legs, isn't the shaving cream is like soap, right?
Yeah, it is. That is
This bitch is exposing herself. What are you doing? Why are you talking like that? Fucking celebrity smells like ass. Okay, let's stop.
I think that's the reason that most women wash their legs, because we have to, because if you're not shaving and then you're not washing. So whenever you're not shaving, you don't wash, you're saying.
No, I don't think I would say that.
I hear that when
Oh my god, oh my god. She exposed her. So she okay, hold up. This dumb bitch, Taylor Swift, she basically said that shaving cream is like soap. Already that's a self-report. Then next, Ellen just said, she kind of just admitted that she thinks that shaving is washing her legs, so she doesn't need to wash her leg if she's perfume. Listen, perfume is not a shower. All right, you need to whatever. We're done here. So I pray this was edifying. I want to give all honor, glory, and praise unto Yahawadah, Yahawashi, Yahawadah, double honor to the elders and apostles, great male son of God, Shalom.